Peace. Sawabana. Happy New Year. How y'all doing? My name is Keisha, and this is Keisha Tarot. Welcome back. So, I guess my schedule found me. I was trying to figure out a schedule, but the schedule figured me out. And I will be coming to you all every Thursday with a marathon. All 12 signs, a zodiacal marathon. Okay? So, let's begin. We're going to start with Aries. And Aries, I hope you're doing well spiritually, emotionally, financially, materially, holistically, globally, psychologically, emotionally, okay, spiritually, health-wise, physically, okay, and otherwise. So let's get started. Mother, Father, Sun, Moon, blessed ancestors, ascended masters, holy sacred spirits, divine energy, frequency, vibration. Show me the cards that I need to see to give a clear and concise message to my Aries nation and to the Aries cross watcher. Please protect me from all seen and unseen harm, and from anything or one that would seek to deter or stop the message. Anyone that's sending me negative energy, please send it back to them a trillionfold. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Ashe, abracadabra, amen, so mote it be. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to start with the emotional card deck and see what your emotions are today, Aries. Okay, I did see nostalgia and reflection, exhaustion. Some of you may be tired. Some of you may be thinking about the past. Some of you may feel tender. What's that guy's name? Mr. Tenderism? Mr. Tendernism or Tenderism? What is it about? Okay. Oh, Lord. Anticipation, shame, miracle underneath the deck. One more card. One more. Exhaustion. Maybe one more. So what's going on? Weather's been nice. We were on a monsoon spree for a minute there where it just seemed like it was raining all the time, but that finally stopped. So it's been nice. I've been getting out, hitting the trail, doing my exercises and whatnot. Stay healthy. What have you guys been doing to keep busy in this nice weather? Ooh, okay. A lot of contrasting energies here, Aries. We have joy underneath the deck. Joy is the song of the soul, the perfect resonance with universal energy. When you feel joy, it means you're grateful for every moment of life. Embrace every moment and feel the lightness and the happiness within. I love it. I love that for you. Anticipation. Anticipation is the desire for a future feeling. Anticipation is the desire for the future, filling you with energy and motivation. When anticipation arises, it will guide your direction and inspire you to work toward your goals. Let anticipation fuel your success. I like that for you. Then we have shame. Shame stems from judgment, of yourself or others, making you feel unworthy or insufficient. When you feel shame, remind yourself that you are a complete and unique individual. True growth comes from accepting all parts of yourself and healing with love. Anybody out there that's feeling that way right now, then I want to send you a hug, because nobody should feel shame unless somebody should feel shame. Okay, but hopefully, you know, my collective is high vibrating, and there's no reason for anyone you should not feel shame. If you're high vibrating, you're doing the work, and you're walking the righteous path, then there's no reason for you to feel shame, and absolutely don't allow anyone to put you in a place of shame. Okay, so we'll look more into that. I'm not really sure what that's about. Next card, exhaustion. I don't resonate with that. Exhaustion is a state of physical and mental fatigue, signaling that you need rest and recovery. Overworking drains your energy. So listen to your body's needs and give yourself space to rejuvenate. You will regain your vitality. Okay, so some of you might be doing something in the excess. So, you know, don't go overboard. Listen to your body, okay? Rest when you need to rest. Take it easy when you need to take it easy. Ramp it up when you need to ramp it up. Only you know your body, okay? So listen to your body. Be best friends with it. It'll tell you everything you need to know, okay? Last card, panic. Panic is an overreaction to anticipated events, causing you to lose your sense of reason. It's very Aryan, okay? Very Aries nature. It reminds you to slow your breath, calm down, and reassess the situation. You have the ability to recover from chaos and regain control. Okay? All right. Not so bad. Shame's not that great, y'all. Shame's not that great, but let's see. What? Which one of these? Do I want to do this deck? Oh my goodness, it's hard to get the cards off the table. Sorry. Okay. Let's see which one of these decks I should use to go further into this. That was quick. A couple of these are turned around. All right, that's enough. Let's see what we got here, Aries. Okay, card for anticipation, please. One card. You got love sucks. You have stopped believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again. Okay, love sucks. Okay. Shame, one card for shame. One card for shame. Thank you. Fear of loss. You're afraid of losing someone or of being abandoned. Take a chance. Fear of loss. Okay. That quick. Exhaustion. Hard to get. You're missing opportunities by playing too hard to get. Give someone a chance. Too hard. You believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. These all came out under exhaustion. Soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Okay. All right. And one card for panic, please. Nothing wants to come out. Thank you. 2. Fear of touch for panic. You don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. Damn. Giving too much. You're depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. Okay. Well, underneath the deck, you have anxiety. It says, you are afraid to get close to someone. They are scared too. Give them a chance. Okay. Have anxiety and joy, anticipation and love sucks, shame and fear of loss, exhaustion, soulmate only, hard to get, too hard, panic, fear of touch, giving too much. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm talking to someone that is either in a relationship or on the precipice of one, okay? I get the idea that you have someone in your life that brings you joy, but that joy brings you anxiety because you're still wading in the waters of a previous situation is what it sounds like. Because if you have someone in your life that's bringing you joy, but you're afraid to get close to them because and they haven't shown you anything but joy, or they haven't shown you anything but their ability to bring you joy, then your fear has to be either, your fear is irrational. Well, no, I don't want to say your fear is irrational, right? A little bit of fear is safe. I think it's safe to not be fearful, but I think the term is trepidatious. Be careful, cautious, yellow, right? Red light, green light, yellow, right? Red is stop. Green is go. Yellow is go with caution, okay? So I don't think that it's healthy to harbor anxiety for someone that brings you joy. I think that it is pertinent that you heal the parts of yourself that are unhealed, that cause you to associate the joy that's being brought to your doorstep with anxiety. Okay? That's what I think. You still have some healing to do. That's what it sounds like. You have some healing to do. And because they are scared too, sounds like whoever you're dealing with may have some healing to do as well. So I think that we meet people at our emotional scars, at the level of our emotional, scars. So looks like you've met a soulmate, because further down the line here, you have soulmate. You've met a soulmate, or you're in connection with a soulmate right now who has been hurt to the same degree or level that you have been hurt. You both are scared and you both are afraid. You both have to let your boundaries down in order for this thing to grow. You both apparently make each other happy. And you both have more healing to do. Okay? So that's for that. Then we have anticipation, and we have love sucks, okay? So anticipation is desire for the future, okay? And working towards your desired goals, okay? And, the hope for success. Then under that, you have love sucks. You stop believing in love, let yourself heal so you can be open again. Okay, so again, you have these two cards. Anticipation, you're looking forward to building and growing with someone. You believe that it will be successful. They bring you a lot of joy. I think it's a reciprocal thing. It's a lot of good energy. This is something that you know because you see yellow here. So we're dealing with the solar plexus. That's the gut, okay? So you know that this is a good thing, or this is a good energy, or this is a good woman, or this is a good man, or good person, okay? We also have red here, so it's really stable, whatever you have going on. Foundationally, it's sound, okay? But again, you have this card, love sucks, and this card, anxiety. And on love sucks, it says, you've stopped believing in love, let yourself heal so you can be open again. So yet again, okay, because anxiety, back to what I said before, you need to heal. You have more healing to do, and the person as well, from what occurred before you two came in contact with each other, okay? I believe that you all met at a similar level of emotional destruction or illness, okay? And you were brought together to continue to evolve and heal and grow together. But you can't stop believing. You could be fluctuating. You can't fluctuate. You need to be consistent and clear, okay, about what it is that you want, and be clear about the reality of what Spirit has brought you, the reality of what God has brought you, because God has brought you joy, stability, inner knowing, trust, worthiness, okay, happiness, future success, levity, really good energy, okay? So don't confuse, don't conflate what you have with what you had. Don't conflate what you have with what you had. Give it a true chance to grow, okay? Yeah, because you kind of go back and forth like love sucks because you are, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You are expecting for it to go wrong, right? Not completely, because then you got the anticipation card. So I think you go back and forth. You're like wavering between it's going to work, it's not going to work, it's never going to work, okay? So don't be self-defeating, don't be self-defeating. Okay, so next you pulled shame and fear of loss. Shame is judgments of yourself or others that surround unworthiness and insufficiency, and then fear of loss. So you're shamed of some inner deep feelings that you have. Okay, we're tapping into the heart with that pink, and then it almost goes into like indigo there. So this is like crown chakra, pineal gland, crown chakra business. So this is all in the head, okay? This is all in the head. You are afraid of losing the person, okay? But you're also afraid of taking a chance, and you're afraid of, I think you're afraid of it working out, and you're afraid of it not working out. And I think that your shame is self-instituted, okay? Hopefully you're not feeling like you don't deserve love. I hope I'm not speaking to anyone that feels like they don't deserve love, okay? Of course you deserve love. You're your own unique person, one unto yourself, okay? And you're responsible for giving yourself love first before you go out and try to couple with anybody and start to give out love. Love yourself first, okay? You should not, and if you love yourself, then you shouldn't feel ashamed. There should be nothing that makes you feel shameful, okay? And again, just delete the idea, like if you have a fear of loss, just delete that altogether, because if you happen to lose the situation or the relationship, then it was never yours to begin with. It wasn't meant for you to have. Okay? So let's just completely eradicate fear of loss, because if by chance you lose this person, or this person loses you, or you all lose each other, then it was written. That's the way it's supposed to go, because anything that is meant to be, you won't lose. Anything that's meant to be won't lose you, okay? If it's divine in God's eyes, then it will continue, okay? If it's problematic, then it will end, okay? And that's kind of how I feel about that. Now, you got exhaustion next. Exhaustion is a state of physical and mental fatigue, signaling that you need rest and recovery. Then you have hard to get. You're missing opportunities by playing hard. Okay, you may be behaving difficult with someone, okay? And that person could be a soulmate, okay? And too hard. You believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally. Okay, so you're probably exhausted because you're playing hard to get with your soulmate. And I don't know that you're playing hard to get as much as you may be giving your soulmate a difficult time. Okay, that's what this card is talking about. You may be giving your soulmate a difficult time because you believe that things are meant to be hard. If you're like embracing that real love comes with chaos or confusion or difficulty, then you should probably release that idea, because love does not have to be hard. Love does not play hard to get. Love should not exhaust you, okay? None of that, okay? So I don't know if you're doing that or if your soulmate is doing that, but yeah, if someone's playing hard to get, that's likely not your person. It's a 99% chance that that's not your person if they're playing hard to get. If it's continual chaos, okay, and drama, then there's a good chance that that's not your person, okay? And if you're tired every time they come around, then it might not be your person, okay? So I'm not really sure about that part or how that fits in. It seems like, yeah, it seems like you, Aries, are kind of going back and forth about this situation, okay? So then you have fear of touch and giving too much, panic, okay? So you're afraid of touch, and you give too much. You're afraid, okay? So you could have anxiety about giving. You feel like you may give too much, or you might have a history of giving too much, and you know, and that keeps you in your head about, okay, am I doing too much? Am I giving too much? Am I not giving enough? And things of that nature. Then we have fear of touch. I'm not sure. I could be speaking to a woman that has been SA'd before. I could be speaking to a woman, and if you have, I'm extremely I'm sorry that you had that experience. If I'm speaking to a woman that's been S8, I can empathize with you, and I'm sorry that you had that experience. I would say that if you do have an issue with touch and you don't trust touch, it says take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. I would go further and say if you have an issue with touch, or touch makes you feel uncomfortable at this stage of your life, then you should probably start touching yourself, okay? Start by giving yourself a hug, okay? You can wake up every morning and give yourself a hug. You can stretch and touch your toes, and when you're down there, you can massage your ankles. You can do some lymphatic moves where you kind of just tap on the back of your legs and your body. There are different things, like you can smack underneath your armpits. It's good for your heart, okay? You should touch yourself in soft ways, and then you can touch yourself in ways that are a bit more assertive. You can touch yourself in different places, and and just touch yourself so that you can feel comfortable with your own touch, okay? So in order to get comfortable with someone else's touch, my suggestion to you would be to touch yourself, okay? So let's get started and see what we get here for joy and love sucks, okay? All right, so Spirit says you got the Fool. Spirit says go. I didn't read what was underneath of that. Oh, wow. This is the Lovers. So your first card was the Fool for joy and love sucks. So this person makes you happy, but you've stopped believing in love and you need to heal so that you can be open again. And you got the Fool for that. So Spirit says this is your person. Because Spirit is saying take the leap of faith. And this is you. The Fool is Aries. So this is literally a message. Aries, take the leap of faith. Okay. Next, you pull the Lovers. Okay. Shame and fear of loss. You don't need to have the fear of loss because the Lover started out as a card of choice. You've been chosen. This person chooses you. So there should be no shame about losing someone, okay, or being abandoned because this person has chosen you. This isn't your past situation. This is your new situation that you're not just stepping into, you're leaping into with the Fool card, okay? So I'm gonna need for you to be confident. I'm gonna need for you to be brave. I'm gonna need for you to be self-secure about the situation because Spirit is giving you the green light on this, okay? Card for exhaustion. Okay. So for exhaustion, you've got 8 of Swords, okay? And so that is a person whose eyes are closed, okay? And they're like, excuse me, it's like you feel like you're stuck, but you're not stuck because, you can just take that blindfold off, okay? So basically, you're stuck with thinking, something is too hard, but it's not presenting itself as too hard. This is some residual belief that you have in your head from something that is previous to whatever you're currently endeavoring in, okay? Get out of your head. 8 of Swords, get out of your head. This ain't that. Get out of your head. This ain't that, okay? Also, this is a soulmate. Stop playing hard to get. This is a soulmate that's chosen you, a soulmate that Spirit is telling you to move forward with, okay? So stop going back and forth. You got 4 of Cups underneath the deck, okay? Accept the love, okay? Accept the love. If love is being served, accept it. When love is no longer being served, get up from the table. That's your cue to leave. But if love is being served, which it looks like, there's a cup, love is being served, accept the love. take the blindfold off and have a drink from the cup, okay? What do you have to lose? Well, maybe I shouldn't ask it that way. But maybe I should say instead, everything happens for a reason. Don't go into the situation with the thought of you're going to take a loss or there's a deficit, okay? Go into the situation appreciating everything for exactly what it has shown you it is. If it's showing you joy, then be joyful. If it's showing you soulmate, then be appreciative. If it's showing you growth, because she's pregnant there. You could be pregnant. If it's showing you growth, then wonderful. Congratulations. If it's showing you love, the lovers, I'm happy for your happiness. Okay? So respect what the situation is showing you. Okay? And when you think about what is there to lose, then think about all of what the situation has shown you. There's joy to lose. There's growth to lose. There's a soulmate to lose, okay? It's this ain't that. So don't sabotage yourself, okay? So, and the last card you pulled was 3 of Cups. That's people working together, okay? So that came out with fear of touch and giving too much and panic, okay? You can't give too much because in this card, this is the universal flow. Help you, help me, help you, help me, okay? All the way around until it's help us. These people are helping each other, okay? You see that water is working like a cycle. Someone's pouring their cup into the next person's vessel. That person then took their vessel and poured the water into the next person's vessel. It's a universal flow, okay? It's a cycle of life. So therefore, you can't give too much because apparently this person that you're dealing with is giving as much as you are, okay? They're endeavoring as much as you are. They're doing the work and they're putting in the work as much as you are. So this is what we call reciprocity, and that's a beautiful cycle. That's a cycle that should not bring you panic, okay? That is a cycle that should bring you joy. That's something beautiful. So Spirit is asking that you go within. This is the Hermit card. It might be time for you, Aries, to go within and, you know, do some work. Do some shadow work is what I hear. You need to do some shadow work. You need to get a pen and you need to get a paper and you need to write some things down. Write down the things that hurt you in the past. Write down the people that hurt you in the past. Write down what you no longer will accept because of the past, okay? Get clear about your past so you can be lucid about your future and you can be here in your present, okay? I'm going to write that down, Aries. Get clear about your past so that you can be lucid about your presence, about your, future, and here for your present, okay? Because right now, I don't get the idea that you're here for your present. I get the idea that you're still in the past, and that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you see clearly for your future, and it's not going to help you be here in the now, okay? So that's my message for you, Aries, okay? And what else? Okay. 4 of Wands. Some of you may be getting married, okay? 4 of Wands, that's the soulmate card. So you got soulmate card twice. I think Spirit is saying that whoever you're dealing with, Aries, you got a good one, okay? You're in a relationship that is built on reciprocity and joy, okay? You're in a situation where someone is just as scared as you are. You're in a situation where there is growth and movement. You're in a situation where you have been chosen and the person that you're with has been chosen. You choose each other. You're in a situation where you're helping each other. 3 of Cups, okay? So again, reciprocal, okay? So there's no, you can't give more than them. They can't give more than you. You both are giving equally, okay? And you've got beautiful cards out here. The Fool, Lovers, 4 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and underneath the deck you got the Magician. So you all have every single thing that you need to make this love relationship work, okay? You have the emotion, you have the passion, you have the intelligence, and you have the money, okay? So congratulations, Aries and Aries partner, you win. I don't know what else to tell you. You win. So that's all for me for now. Thank you for coming back for this reading, Aries. And I do hope to see you next Thursday. And remember to stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. And I love you. Bye.